Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? This is Easy Pictures, and today we're going to go over how to draw Superman, kind of like a portrait, maybe top of the head. And I'm going to be going over how to ink him specifically. I'm using these three things, and I will go over them as I use them. First thing we're going to do, just a pencil. Any pencil's fine. I'm using an Aqua Sketch 6B, but you can use any pencil you'd like. So we draw on the face, oval for the head, cranial mass, center, the hair a little bit here. I'm going to have like a part on this side. You can even draw that curl that he has. Bottom's chin, neck, trapezius, making a space for his cheekbones. I'm going in very, very light, and I'm building a framework that I'm going to go into with pen. So that's what I'm going to go into right now. I'm going in with this. This is a Artist Loft. It's a 05. It's relatively thick. It's not too thin. I'm going to go into his eyebrow first. Relatively thick eyebrows. Eyes, eyelid. Shadow from the eyelid down into the eyes. Other eyebrow. Gonna go underneath the hair. Other eye. Try to make sure it's relatively even. Just looking off to the right. Down the bridge of the nose here. End of the nose. Wings of the nostrils. Bottom of the nose here. Lips have that Cupid's bow shape. Cheekbones. Ears on the side here. Hairline up. It's gonna have like slight sideburn here. Other cheekbone, trying to make sure that lines up. think I made his cheek a little too big there. A lot of those proportional mistakes you get over in the line art, but I didn't do that. I kind of jumped ahead into the inking section, so I'm trying to do that stuff all at once. Bottom of his ear, line up here. I did that for demo's sake. Pulling down. I like this look that Superman has. He has the collared version. I love that version of him, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to draw his cape. Hopefully it's on camera there. Yeah. His cape. Kind of draped over that shoulder here. I'm going to go into his hair, and I'm going to think of the hair as one large mass. Think of the edges over here. Then other parts of it as like a large mass. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go in with an eraser and I'm going to erase these other lines. I think a lot of it has dried as I've moved on to other parts. And I'm going to really go through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this one. This is basically a Sharpie, the exact same thing as a Sharpie. It's called an Artist Mind. It's like a different type of Sharpie. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to frame it. I'm going to do this as kind of a frame to the image. Use this in a ventilated room. It smells really not great. And I'm going to go over here to the top as well. Just give it a general frame. You can kind of design it yourself as well, this black shape behind him. I'm going to put it a little bit above him, but not totally above him. I'm going to be doing this, like I said, relatively quickly, but I'm also trying to take mild care as to not make it too sloppy. It's almost like this, it's similar to like a kind of calculated sloppiness. Now I'll sit back and like, okay, even this out. You're evening out this negative shape in the back. So now you have this. Oof, smells. Woo! Smells quite a bit. Yikes. Whoops. Move this stuff out the way. I'm going to go back with this, the Artist Loft, and I'm going to go into his neck. Oops, gotta watch out. I'm lying my hand down there and it's taking some of the ink because it's still kind of wet, some of it. Going in here to sternocleidomastoid. Putting in a couple of nicks and scratches here to kind of show dimension on some of this. Usually when you put in a line, it's to show form. You're trying to show information that's not quite there. You're trying to portray it somehow. So it's usually a directional line. Throwing in small lines coming from the hairline here. Throwing in as many lines as I need to kind of get across, obviously, to break up the hair shape enough. Throwing in slightly thicker line here so that the focus comes to the eye area. That's a big thing. You want the focus to go to the eyes. Kind of around this. And that's pretty much, I think that might be close to it, honestly. Yeah, I want to straighten out some things in his jaw here. That would be Superman's portrait over here. Anyways, that's about it. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So, if you did like it, like the video and also share it on Twitter and or Facebook. See you later, guys.